Let's keep the energy going. Gino! Gentilini! Come on, give him a hand! Let's give it up for Amanda. Let's give it up for you. Thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you very much. So I'm 25 now, you know, mid-20s. It's kind of a weird time in my life because I feel like I have to prove to everybody that I'm an adult, right? But I mean, I do a lot of adult things. You know, I make my own food, you know, I have my own apartment, and I say thank you every time my parents do my laundry. Yeah, I know. Very mature, very mature. So, you guys know what spoilers are? You know, when someone spoils the ending of something before you've seen it, I hate it. It's my least favorite thing, right? And now it's happening to me in my real life. So, last week I took this girl out to dinner. Gorgeous girl, 10, right? Gorgeous, right? And the maitre d', you know, sits at her seat, and he pulls me over in the corner and he says, "Hey man, she's out of your league, man, just stop. Just not gonna happen. It's not gonna work. Just don't." So anyone here believe in ghosts? Yeah, it's crazy, right? I mean, my sister, she believes in ghosts so much, she actually moved out of the house because she thinks she saw a ghost, which confuses me because I thought she'd be happy to see Grandma again. So I'm a science teacher. I teach science in Queens, yeah. And recently, you know, thank you, yeah. No job like teaching will get you up here on the stage to make stupid jokes. So I'm talking to my students recently about marijuana. You know, they're trying to legalize marijuana in New York, right? Yeah, great, yeah, Good for you guys. Welcome, welcome. I'm sure you're enjoying the food. Yeah. So I ask my students, I say, what do you think? Should we legalize marijuana? Should we not? And most of the students agree. One kid asleep in the back of the class pops his head up, raises his hand, right? He says, "Mr. Gentilini, I think that's a horrible idea." I said, "Well, why? Why do you think it's a terrible idea?" He says, "Well, if they legalize marijuana, I'm going to be out of business." So the city has this new hotline now, city schools, and basically what it does is that a student can text in on their phone if they ever feel like they're being abused in class, right? Which I think is a horrible, horrible problem, right? And I've come up with a solution. I've started taking their phones away. Now they can't text in. Right? So a lot of teachers love to show off. It's their favorite thing, right? So they do the bulletin boards out in the hallway, right? And then, you know, the teachers start competing, right? You know, the one gets the glitter, the next one gets the borders, this, and then I hate all of it, right? My principal comes up to me, he says, "Mr. Gentilini, what are you going to be doing for your bulletin board?" I said, "Well, sir, I've got a cork." That's it. That's all I got. So I work in an all-boys school, and it gets a little heated. You know, the kids are a little hard to deal with, right? The fights are getting really bad in my class, man. The fights have gotten so bad, I started taking bets, right? And the principal, he was pissed when he found out. He pulls me into his office, and he's got the brackets in his hand. He's reading them. He says, "Mr. Gentilini, I can't believe this. Daniel in the 8th grade should be at least 4-to-1 odds. It's ridiculous." There's a kid in my school who's in the 6th grade, and you know, he's been left back a few times, right? So I talk to him, you know, I want to give him advice. So I pull him over and I say, hey man, you've been in the 6th grade now for 3 years, you know, maybe you should start moving ahead, you should doing your work. He says, "Well, Mr. Gentilini, I don't want to pass my dad, he's in the 7th grade. Oh, okay, all right. So my students, they watch all of these, you know, comic book movies, the Avengers, the Flash, all that stuff, right? So they're convinced that they're going to get superpowers if there's some sort of lab accident, right? So they're always trying to cause these accidents in the lab. So yeah, I know. So you can look forward to the streets of Queens, New York, being patrolled by Krusty, the 3rd-degree burn man. Yeah. So I did ask my students for some tips, some topics I could talk about for the stand-up, and they gave me some. So here's some of the ones they gave me. Fart jokes, great. Stupid people on Xbox Live, okay, great for my younger audience. And fuck you, Mr. Gentilini. Alrighty, well, that's it for me tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a good night, everybody.